welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about algorithms. So, first of all, we have to understand what is an algorithm. So, what I was taught from my teacher was like algorithm is a it's a combination of sequence of finite steps to solve a problem. So, there are multiple definitions, but this is the definition that I follow. Now, first of all, we have to break each and every word that it consists of. So, here, what does combination means? Combinations means line. Combination means that every line matters, whatever you have written in your code. Like, let's take the example of simple adding to number. Adding to number. In this, we will write. So basically, whenever we write an algorithm, we don't write the syntax or code because it's the logic that we are building. So all we write is just simply the takeaways that matters. Like whenever we are creating a variable, what we do, we write int a, int b, and initializing it. But in algorithms, we don't have to write this because this is not a language specific. It's independent of language. So whenever we are writing algorithms, always take into consideration that we have to write in a pseudocode manner. And this is how we will develop logic building and all. So let's write a program that is adding two numbers. So adding two numbers, first of all, what we do, we take two variables, then and that variable that we add and we store into a third variable. So the first line would be like we take two variables. So first step would be take two variables. Okay. So what would be the next statement? The next statement would be like store the two variable into another variable and add that two variable. Let's take this two variable is A and B. So add A and B and store it in C. Now we have done this. Now what will be the third line? We have to return C. Now why I have written this? As you can see, an algorithm. What is an algorithm? An algorithm, this is a very golden point that I have studied, and I think you all should take consideration of this point is that uh, algorithm is something that is finite. If there is a problem and you are not able to solve it, then how you are going to create the algorithm for it? So whatever we are doing is, if there is a problem and we see that it can be solved by doing this algorithm, so we make into repetition task and mix it up and just write into a function. So here also we will do the same. We just wrote all the necessary points, whatever it has, like adding two numbers. First of all, we have to take the two variables. Second of all, we have to add that both the variables A and B and store it into C, and then we have to return C. So what here is happening is that I have constructed this into finite number of steps. So that infinite number of steps become finite number of steps. So this is what algorithm has to be. So actually this point covers into properties of algorithm. We will see in just like 1 minute. So taking into consideration of this example, we will see the properties of algorithm. So Algorithm first property is that it should terminate after finite time. So what kind of algorithm you have written if it just goes along like infinite times? That should be a very bad algorithm. So first and foremost priority whenever we are writing an algorithm is that it should terminate after first time, after finite time. Now the second property is that it should produce at least one output. Like here we can see that it is returning at least one, that is integer. So whenever you are writing an algorithm, always make sure that it should produce at least one output. Now, the second thing is that, now the third point is that each and every step has to do something. As we can see that each and every step is effective. So this is the third point. The fourth point would be that it should be deterministic. What does deterministic means is that let's take we are adding two numbers, 2 plus 3. So whenever we are adding 2 and 3 and we have written our algo in such a way that after adding this it gives 5, but meanwhile we run it again and after some time it gives 8. So this should not happen. It has to be deterministic. So this point is very important, and the next point is that it is independent of any language, as I have spoken like in the starting also. So these are the like properties like why we have to learn algorithms, and this is that it's actually not that important, but it's always good to have the basics first. So that's it for this video. I hope like I didn't bore you all. So okay, so see you in the next video. Bye.